Manifestation can be very simple when you understand how to align with your inner God state, the state where reality bends to your will effortlessly and you manifest anything you want. But if you've tried the techniques, done the inner work, and reality still looks the same, it can be easy to start second-guessing. Manifestation isn't about forcing things, chasing results, or working harder. Yet, when things don't show up as quickly as expected, the instinct is often to push even more. So, maybe you've done everything right, but you're still not seeing results. And then thoughts start creeping in, such as, am I doing something wrong? Is there a block that I'm not seeing? And even, why do some people manifest easily, while I don't? But here's what people sometimes don't realize. A, you're always manifesting. And B, the moment you start waiting for results or putting things off to a future time in your mind, you step out of that powerful state that creates so effortlessly the God state. And this ultimately just manifests more. Waiting. So what is the God state? It's who you already are at the core of your being. It's the state of pure knowing that you are the creator of your reality. There's no separation between you and what you desire. No waiting, no hoping. Only certainty, presence, and absolute power over your experience. In the God state, you don't ask for things. You declare them done. You don't chase outcomes. You embody them now, and you don't wait for proof. You move as if it's already reality, because it is. When you fully claim this state, time collapses, obstacles dissolve, and reality bends to your will. So, the real question isn't how to manifest, it's how to stop forgetting who you are. Your outer reality is simply a mirror of your inner state, and it's a wonderful tool to use for feedback. If outer reality seems like it's lagging behind and delivering your desires to you, there are some simple adjustments that you can make to step fully back into the God state on a conscious level and change all of that in your favor. In this video, I'm going to break it all down. You'll understand exactly why your manifestation isn't fully visible yet, if in fact it isn't, and more importantly, how to shift in a way that makes the 3D reality catch up in record time. Let's get into it. The first and most important realization is that creation is already finished. The shift you are looking for has already happened. The manifestation you desire is already true. And because all things are already created, you are simply aligning with the version of you who is experiencing those things. Now, when you become conscious of your God state, you are not becoming something greater. You are simply remembering who you have always been. Your awareness of being in the God state is the manifestation itself. The outer world is only a delay mechanism, an echo of past thoughts and states. But what you align with internally also already exists in full form. The moment you question why hasn't my manifestation shown up yet, you pull yourself out of the state of knowing and back into doubt. But if you were fully in your God self, you would say something like this: I am the cause, not the effect. The outer world is a reflection of me, and it cannot do anything but conform. My reality is already complete, and I move through it as a master. When this truth becomes unshakable within you, the illusion of waiting dissolves. So the key is to remain unwavering in your knowing. The moment you entertain the idea that your manifestation has not arrived, you reinforce that delay. So you can always affirm to yourself, there's nothing to wait for because I am already it. The seen must follow the unseen. My only job is to remain in the certainty of my being, and reality has no choice but to align. I am the source, and my world bends to my knowing. As just stated, the reality that you're lining up with merely waits for you to step into the aligned state of being in every now moment possible. The version of you who already has everything you desire is not waiting, not hoping, not checking for signs. They are simply living. So ask yourself, how does the version of me who already has this think, feel, and move through the world? What choices do they make? What actions do they take? When you shift from trying to manifest to being the person who already has it, you begin to collapse time, you bend the field, you erase the idea of waiting entirely. Again, reality mirrors your internal state, not your hopes and wishes. So instead of waiting for the world to show you proof, become the proof first. Walk, talk, and think as the version of you who already has it, because you do. Each morning before you even get out of bed, close your eyes and feel the state of this version of you. Mentally walk around in their shoes and tell yourself, I am already here now. This is my reality. If I can see it in my mind, it is already done. To take it further as you go about your day, act as if you've been dropped into this life that you've created in your mind. How do you move? How do you speak? What decisions do you make from this vantage point of it being already yours? This is about shifting into the identity of the version of you who already has this life. And when you commit to this fully, everything will begin to shift in your favor. Time is an illusion, a man-made construct, and it's only a barrier if you create it as one. When you begin to question why you haven't experienced your new reality, you reinforce the illusion of delay. You reinforce the separation of you from the thing that you're manifesting. Again, it's just a big quantum mirror. It doesn't create first and reflect later. It reflects based on your state of being. If the outer world isn't shifting fast enough, it's because somewhere deep down you still believe in delay. So you can easily shift your perspective by saying something like this: there is only creation in the God state. I am already experiencing this reality in its fullness within me. The outer world always adjusts accordingly. You can even ask yourself, where am I still looking for proof, rather than knowing it's already done? And once you feel it so deeply within you that you no longer need proof, the illusion of time dissolves. And that brings us to the next point. The present moment is all there is. All things are now. All things will always be now. The present moment is designed to present you with a reflection of where you are internally. It is present to you by the inner state you once held. It is a gift, in that it gives you feedback into your state and what you might do to change that state if you don't like what you're experiencing. The moment you feel frustration, it's an invitation to realign. The goal is to shift from getting something to being something. If you had everything you desire right now, would you stress over it? Number. You'd simply enjoy the ride. So, when you detach from needing the outcome or trying to get the outcome, it arrives faster. But a lot of people think they'll only feel relief once the manifestation appears. However, when you fully embody the God state, knowing that the creation is complete within you, you feel relief before it happens because you know it's already done. So ask yourself, if I had everything I wanted right now, would I still stress? Would I still check to see if I had it? Of course not. You would simply enjoy the unfolding of the experience. And you can shift into that state now by laughing more, celebrating now instead of later, living with the lightness and the relief of knowing that what's in your mind is already a creation, non-reaction to the outer illusion, and knowing that when you stop wanting and chasing, it will start flowing to you. The illusion of time is not fixed. It actually moves according to your perception. Most people wake up and unknowingly drag their past into their present moment. They recall the same memories, hold on to the same old stories, and expect reality to behave the same way as it did yesterday. But in the God state, every day is a blank slate that is created in each now moment. What if today was the first day that you ever experience this reality? No past failures, no old limitations, no stories about why things take time or why something hasn't happened yet. Just a fresh moment, completely open to new possibilities. You wouldn't wake up and think about the things that you possibly currently dread about your reality, creating a loop of that over and over again within your mind and your experience. So every morning you have the opportunity to make a conscious decision. Today is a new reality. I release all past versions of to myself. I choose to see my life and my experiences through fresh eyes as if it is the first time that I'm experiencing it. This shifts you out of the cycle of repeating the past and into pure creation mode. The less you carry out old expectations that don't serve you, the faster reality moves in your favor. So when you wake up, pause before reaching for any thoughts about the past. Tell yourself everything is new today. It is a new day and a new me. Make the decision to move through your day as if you've never seen your world before. Observe it with fresh eyes, without prejudging anything. Anytime an old belief creeps in, remind yourself that was a past version of me. I choose something new. Now, the more you live in this energy, the faster your reality shifts because you're no longer tied to the past. You're free to manifest from a completely fresh state of being. In the God state, creation is effortless. There's no trying. There's only ease. You don't struggle to manifest a breath. You simply breathe. You don't struggle for your heart to beat. It simply does. You don't struggle for the sun to rise. It simply appears. And you don't struggle for the tides to rise and fall. They simply flow. These things happen effortlessly because they are part of their natural state. Apply the same principle here. Manifestation is a natural function of both your inner and outer being. The moment you believe you must do more to get there, work harder, or figure it out, you step into the illusion of separation and even create more to do, more to work harder at, and more to figure part out. Manifestation is no different than operating at the same level that all natural things operate. Nature itself doesn't struggle, so why should you, instead of pushing, relax into your power? Instead of making it happen, let it unfold. Of course, you still interact with your world. You just operate differently when you're in the God state. The most powerful creators are those who move through life with absolute ease, knowing that everything is already arranged in their favor. One great way to stay in this mindset is by affirming something like this to yourself daily. I release all struggle and allow creation to flow effortlessly through me, like the sun rising, like the tides moving, like the wind blowing. I manifest with ease. Everything is already unfolding in my favor, and I move through life with certainty, grace, and absolute knowing. In this God state, creation is my true nature. Doubt is just an echo of past conditioning, and you don't have to entertain it. Whenever resistance arises within you, whenever doubt creeps in, instead of fighting it, observe it neutrally and say to yourself, "Oh, look, here's an old thought trying to pull me back into the illusion, but I see it for what it is now. It has no power over me. Doubt only holds weight when you believe it. The moment you stop reacting to it, it loses its grip on you. You can always pause and say that was the old me. The new me already has it, and step back into certainty. The faster you shift in this, the less doubt can have power over you, and the more you consciously shift your inner state in this way, the more natural it will become for you, until it's your new dominant state that you carry. This is how you override the old story, the old programming, and the old self. Your words are not just thoughts, they are commands to the universe. Speak with absolute authority. Everything in existence responds to consciousness, and your consciousness is the directive force of your reality. So you're not just participating in creation, you are the source of it. Every word you speak, every belief you hold, every expectation you set is shaping what appears before you. A lot of people speak from a place of uncertainty, asking for change instead of declaring that it's already done. But in the God state, you're not hoping, wishing, or waiting. You are commanding before sleep and upon waking, and in a relaxed state, simply say to yourself, I am the abundant, limitless expression of Source. I tune my mind to all that is rightfully mine, and my success is inevitable. From this space, you move beyond effort and into certainty. You are no longer a seeker. You are a sovereign creator. Say it over and over until you begin to feel it true, until you become it. Let every word resonate through your being until there's no doubt left, only knowing. And as your inner world shifts, reality will have no choice but to reorganize itself around you. With this type of statement, you're not asking reality to shift. You're commanding it to obey. You are not subject to outer reality. Reality is subject to you. Read that again. Because in every moment, the quantum field rearranges itself based on your dominant state of being. Every single moment. This is why you never need to force things. Instead, you simply embody the knowing that it's already unfolding in your favor. The external world is not separate from you. It's a reflection of you. If there's a seeming delay, remind yourself, nothing is outside of me. My reality is my projection, and I can change it any time I choose. When I declare something done, it is already. So, reality does not operate on luck, randomness, or external forces. It operates on alignment. The moment you shift within, reality has no choice but to shift. Without, there is no other outcome. The universe doesn't delay. It simply mirrors. The question is, what are you reflecting? Let go of how it should happen and open yourself to the infinite ways that it can happen. If you're too attached to one outcome, you block the million+ other ways it could manifest faster and easier. Source has infinite routes to deliver your desire. So stop blocking it and allow it to do what it does. Instead of fixating on one path, say to yourself, I am open to receiving this in ways beyond my imagination. Sorpresa me, universe. The moment you release control, miracles happen. By loosening your grip on how it happens, you open yourself to other possibilities and allow it to arrive in ways beyond your imagination. There's no waiting in the God state. You're not waiting for proof, for signs, or for things to fall into place. All things are already created. The God state does not hope. It knows. It does not wait. It already is. You are simply walking forward in absolute certainty, knowing that the illusion of time must dissolve in front of you. Speak it, feel it, become it. If you'd like more tools and guidance to make this type of shift, I encourage you to take my 5-day identity shift challenge. It's 100% free and it comes with videos, visualization, processes, quizzes, and an interactive forum. I've left something in the pinned comment of this video for you about that. If you're interested, step forward as if your success is already a fact and reality will have no choice but to conform.